My name is Holly. This is my presentation. This is my audience, Lexi, Anna Claire, and Maddie. So today's presentation is on the philosophies of leadership, and my title is, What Does It Take to Be a Good Leader? The first thing I have is a little video clip of what it means to be a good leader. It doesn't really have sound. So it's basically just showing what it takes to be a good leader, and as you can see in the video, he knelt down and had humility of himself. He had humility of himself to lay down his body so that other people could climb on top of him. The first thing that I want to talk about is integrity. The definition of this in layman's terms is always doing the right thing even when no one's watching. This teaches our group responsibility. So it really depends on your ethics and your morals and how you grew up, but you hold true to those even when no one else is watching. An example in my life is, well, not my life, but Jesus' life, is he had a life full of integrity. He did no wrong and he was blameless, and so he always had integrity even whenever it was hard or whenever he didn't really feel like it, just like whenever Easter's coming up. So he died on the cross, and he obviously did not want to die on the cross. I mean, if that's what it took, then he was willing to do that, but I know I wouldn't want to do that. So it took integrity to trust his Father to send himself. So my second one is service. That's a big part of what the video was showing, was humility and service. Service is a huge, huge part of being a leader, because if you don't serve the community that you're a leader of, then you're more of like a boss, and a boss and a leader is not the same thing. A boss is just one of those people that likes to delegate things, and a leader is a person that's like, hey, let's go do this together. Without respect, there will be animosity. So if you don't serve that community, they're not going to really respect you because they feel like you don't understand. And so they're going to have animosity and nothing's going to get done because they're like, well, he's just telling me to do this. I don't really want to do it, so I'm not going to. Humility. Who in the room has messed up? Me, all of us. So all of our hands are raised. Being a leader doesn't mean that we have to be perfect. So just because you mess up, it doesn't mean that you're going to lose respect amongst your group. It just means that you have to be humble about it and be like, yeah, I messed up, guys. And it means taking responsibility for your actions, and this is also with admitting your limitations, which I'll talk about in just a minute. This shows accountability to your group. So integrity showed responsibility, service showed like, hey, I can do this, and humility shows accountability. So this is application in my life, and then the next slide is like application to like a college student in general in Mississippi. So the first application is VSU Lead Team. This is my integrity. This is where I'm holding my ethics true to myself and my morals true to myself. A quote that I like to go by in my life is, you might be the only Jesus someone sees, and I just really like to hold true in my life, because in nursing school and in the healthcare profession, you might be the only Jesus that these people see. Amen. Service, others are before me. This is also with VSU. We have the saying, leaders eat last, because we believe that we should serve others and then have time for ourselves. Humility, we cannot do everything alone. So a big thing about VSU is Lexi and I are both in nursing school, and our other lead team members, they like to pick up some of the slack whenever we can't be there, and we would both really appreciate that. So we admit our limitations in that way, and that's our humility. This is application for society in general. There's a big stigma about college, and like going to parties. I put extracurriculars that are not great ideas. You have to have integrity because it's like, yeah, all my friends are going, but no, I'm not going to. Being a leader doesn't always require a leadership position, so you can just be that friend in your leadership group. It doesn't mean that you have to be like president of any delegation. Everyone is a leader, small or big. You're always being watched, especially if you have younger siblings or younger friends. Community and the Amory relief equals service. Without help, it would take decades for Amory to get back into like normal rhythm. And we've been out there several times, and it's taken a lot of our time and a lot of service, but I can only imagine what it'd be like with no hands out there. Sin and admitting wrong equals humility. No one likes that they're wrong. I know I'm the world's worst about it, but it's necessary sometimes. So you have to be like, all right, I messed up, Lord. Please forgive me. I'll try not to do it again. So that's the humility part in just a regular life. Any comments, concerns, or questions? All right.